What if time isn't what you think it is? What if it's not what you've spent your entire life thinking it was? Truth is, you're not going to live forever. So, how about you make every second you have left count in a whole new way? Do I have your attention? Humans have a toxic relationship with time. When we want more time, we can never seem to find it. When we have too much time, we get bored. Yet when other people waste our time, we get mad. Like, how dare you waste my time?
No, tell him don't waste my time.
Our relationship with time never seems to be just right. And it makes total sense because we literally couldn't be more wrong about how we see time. What if time isn't what you think it is? In this video, I'm going to explain something to you that's going to change how you see and how you use your time forever. You'll never feel like you're running out of time ever again. You'll shift realities. Honestly, I can't believe it took me 28 years of my life to get this. If you stay with me until the end, you will not only fix your relationship with time, but you will also learn how to bend it. Yes, you've heard that right. I'm about to blow your mind. Time is by far one of humanity's biggest question marks. Is it the fourth dimension? Is the past, present, and future all the same thing? Is it all a big fat lie? There's so many different science-based theories when it comes to time, but there's no clear answer. Scientists do not agree. There is one thing that is crystal clear though, and that is that we're terrible at handling our time in an enjoyable way. We don't know how to make time work for us. We only know how to run against it. Time is money.
If it ain't money, I ain't involved. No.
And we want to hold on to it. We don't want to spend it. We want to invest it. When we do nothing, we're wasting our life. So we do everything we can to do something. We put so much effort into enhancing our efficiency, being more productive. We want to do as many things as possible in as little time as possible. Anything to automate processes, anything to save time. We want to use our time wisely, but at the same time, all we do is worry about not spending it right. Am I on the right path? Is this the right career for me? Is this the right relationship for me? Am I too old to do this thing that I've always wanted to do? What a load of crap. There's this concept from ancient Indian philosophies. It's called Maya, and it basically means illusion. It mostly refers to illusions brought about by the acceptance of certain conventions. Basically, because everyone thinks that something is so, we accept that something as being the truth. One of the most accepted conventions is time. Time is an illusion. Our fear of wasting time is based on an illusion. We live in illusion land. Does this sound like a joke? It's 100% true. We tend to think that we live along a timeline. We're Newtonian about time. Time exists independently of any human being and runs at a consistent pace throughout the universe. Our birth is a random point of the timeline and our death is another. According to our biology, our bodies have a certain life expectancy. You know, the average number of years we're expected to live. So we're told, you probably have X number of years to spend on Earth. And then we spend the rest of our lives running against that number. We're trying to stay in control of where life will take us and when the things we want will happen. The truth is that we don't know when our time is going to be up. And the fact that this is not all we think about and that we take life for granted is beyond me. I'm going to get a bit dark again, but how many of you have heard of someone that just passed away out of nowhere? No health issues, no warnings, no accidents. One day they're here, the next day they're gone. The reason we take time to be linear is because that's how we experience life, through series of events. This happened, then that followed, and I don't know, maybe this will happen next. We use our life events as our reference points. When I was in high school, before we got married, or after I moved into that house. We use time to measure change. We use time to assign meaning. Our entire life is bound to it. I'm 1 year older. That means 1 year less to live. It means scarcity. Oh no. The good news, we're scared of time, but we're also wrong. The truth is that time is relative. It's a personal thing. You are where your time comes from, just like I am where my time comes from. Like if you pass away tomorrow, that's it. Your time is up. Mine is still running. Or the other way around, I don't want to kill you. Maybe I die first, it's fine. But you are the only point of reference that matters in your life. You, where you are, what you're doing right now. You are where your time flows from. And some science for my science babes. Okay. Einstein's theory of relativity says that time and space are connected. The higher the speed at which an object moves, the less time it takes for that object to move from point A to point B. Einstein also says that time can stretch through a concept called time dilation. And that's the idea that different observers experience time passing differently at different rates. And these rates depend on two things. One, the relative motion of the observers. The faster a person moves, the slower they'll experience time. Number two, the presence of strong gravitational fields. So the stronger gravitational field that the person's in, the slower their experience of time will be. This explains why running for 1 minute feels so much longer than walking for 1 minute, and also why, aging is different in space. Nothing groundbreaking up to here, but this is why we had to do all the stupid math problems in high school, like truck A, truck B, blah blah blah. Except no one really remembered to tell us how to actually use them. So how can we use this information to change our relationship to time and make our time on Earth more enjoyable? To change your relationship with time, you need to move away from the Newtonian terms, scarcity-based approach to time, and you need to adopt Einstein's ideas. This means to understand that in your life, you are the object moving from point A to point B, that you get to decide the speed at which you want to move in, and that while you might not be able to change the Earth's gravitational field, you can totally stretch your experience of time. You can create as much time as you need for yourself. Yes, you can. Okay, hear me out. I'm not going to promise you some secret formula that's going to help you live 150 years instead of 100. Okay, that doesn't exist. But I'm going to promise you this. It's absolutely possible for you to create more time in your life. How? By slowing down your experience of it. Pretty simple. When you experience time more slowly, your days feel longer. You basically have more time. It's a trick, yes, it's a complete illusion, but it works. Since our perception of time is based on an illusion, which is unlikely to dissolve anytime soon, we have no other option. We need to respect the illusion. Since our brain tricks us into experiencing life as a linear thing, let's just trick our brain back by moving really slow down the line. The slower the pace at which you move down the line, the longer the line will feel. If you help your brain perceive time as running slowly, then your brain will help you feel like you have more time. Have I mushed up your brain yet? Okay, think about any holidays you might have taken where every hour you're doing something different. You're seeing a new place, you're doing a new activity. Your brain and body are both involved and stimulated in the present moment. A day feels like a week, and people you just met feel like family after 5 days together. This is why you are experiencing time more slowly. So you got lots of it. And you get to squeeze a lifetime's worth of memories in just a few days. It's an illusion, but it's also real. If we find ways to make most of our waking time feel like that, then we get to experience a much longer, much more fulfilled life. Maybe you'll identify yourself in this, but I tend to be much happier when I'm busy than when I have nothing to do. I know that keeping ourselves busy makes us, feel important, gives us a sense of purpose. Okay, but I still couldn't understand why being busy makes me feel so much better about myself. No matter how tired I might feel, I'm always, full of joy whenever I have to do a million different things and squeeze so many different people into my calendar. It wasn't until I started working on this video a few weeks ago that I came to the following realization. The reason I feel happier when doing lots of different things is that a busy schedule changes how I move through space. Like, doing lots of different things forces me to move through space much faster, which helps me experience time more slowly. Remember Einstein's theory of relativity. The faster an object moves, the slower their experience of time will be. And yes, while that difference might not be huge, it's still a difference. Doing lots of different things and having to be in lots of different places forces me to move faster, to act faster, forces me to rush, And that helps me, it tricks me into experiencing time more slowly. And what does this do? It helps me feel more in control about how I spend my time. I am less afraid of running out of time because I am satisfied with the pace at which I'm running out. I'm crazy. Okay, I've either gone completely mad or I'm onto something really fucking big. So to fix your relationship with time, you need to find your pace. You need to find the pace that makes you feel satisfied about how quickly you're running out of time. A pace that does not scare you. A pace that makes you feel in control. Makes you feel that you're getting exactly as much as you want out of life. Instead of running against time, you ride with it. Life is short, you guys. Too short to be spent living in fear. Stop running against the clock. The clock is fake. Time is a topic that's going to intrigue me for the rest of my life. This is just the tip of the iceberg in this video. It's like, I don't think I'll ever know everything, but I do have a little bit more coming. So I'm going to be talking a little bit more about what slowing down your experience of time actually means and like real life practical examples of how to do that on a daily basis. If you're like me and you're obsessed with enhancing your life experience, you should stick around because I'm only getting started.